Thanks for checking out our video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the HeroMask Languages program. Alright, so today we are looking at the HeroMask Languages product. You can see what the box looks like here. Has the headset on the outside, has a child wearing that headset, has some of the flags and possibly languages that they offer. I can see that it talks about ages 5+. Has a little bit of information about helping you learn certain languages. It mentions Spanish, French, English, Chinese, Italian, and German on the side there. And some information about their website. There's some directions that have to do with things in the different languages that are on there. And then there's also some information about how the 3D viewer can be used for the whole family. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in here. There's a quick installation guide about how you can use it with Google Play as well as the App Store onto there, putting that onto your device, and information there. And then you can see when that product is open, there's a scratch off that you could possibly win something in, a little bit of a warranty card, some video game password information that is on there, as well as the device itself wrapped in bubble wrap, so it's a safe way for it to be transported to there. And we'll take it out of that wrapping here. All right, so you can see that there is a sticker that we'll have to remove onto there. And you can see that this is the HeroMask itself. Has a strap, a couple places for your eyes that are on there with some information about how you need to remove those stickers before their first use. A little padded area around the outside here, as well as some things going on the side here, possibly a button that we'll be talking about a little bit later on, and then where you're going to be able to put your device, it looks like, on there, as well as a place smartphone here explanation onto there. Okay, so we'll get some things set up and take a look. All right, so we got some things set up. You can see on here it says that you need to first introduce the smartphone, and then it says the second push the fire button, which is underneath it. So we're going to take a look and try to do that. Mentions putting it into here, and then there's this little tab that you're supposed to put it in front of to keep it positioned where it's supposed to be. In here and there, it sounds like it's pretty secure where it is. And I'm going to take the headset off, or put the headset on and take a look. All right, so you should see a menu, and you can look around, and when you see the game you want to play, go over top of it and push the button, and then I want you to tell me which game you're playing. There's ones that say colors and jobs and numbers. Which one do you think you want to play? You want to start with something like colors or numbers?
Let me see.
At this point, Malcolm took over using the HeroMask headset. This was his first time using any type of virtual reality headset, so it wasn't really a surprise that it was a little difficult and confusing for him to use, but I'm glad that he was able to try it. You can see that it did cause him to have to shift his position a little bit, but he was very engaged in trying to figure some things out. It also did not help the fact that originally the settings were not put on correctly, as we did not have it set to have the language of menu be any different than the language being tried to learn. So once we changed that, that made a difference. So after some sound adjustments, which are not that easy to do, you just have to take the phone all the way out, so that's a little bit of a drag, but after some sound adjustments, I have chosen colors and the dartboard game, and we're going to take a look at what that involves. So I'm going to push the first dartboard, which causes it to begin. Violeta apparently means purple. Marro means brown. Violeta. I do wish that it actually shows the word other than just saying it. I wish I actually had like the vocab word so I could see it. Rosa. Rosa means pink. Rosa. Myror. So there were several things that I ended up seeing about the HeroMask languages program. The biggest thing that I noticed, and it turns out not to be from every of the game modes, but the game mode that I was playing, the dartboard game mode, did not show the actual word. It only said the word out loud. So something that I would have enjoyed more was being able to read the word, hear the word, and then combine those with its meaning. So that made it a little bit more difficult for me. But that's the biggest thing that I noticed, and that is not a setting that you can change. It just depends on which game mode you are in. Now, another benefit of the HeroMask is it does work as its own VR headset, although I'm sure probably rudimentary compared to other more expensive ones. For example, right now I just downloaded an app that is roller coasters, and so it took me on a 3D fictional ride of a roller coaster, and I just completed that. So that's a benefit of the HeroMask as well, is having that headset and being able to use it for that purpose. All right, so I just played through a little bit more and got to look at a couple other things. There are several different modes that are in there. Some of them are easier to work with or understand than others. There's an archery game, which looks like it could be fun, but was very confusing when I ran through it with things like numbers and stuff like that. The game that I actually ended up really thinking probably was the best of the different options was this racing game, which actually didn't require you to use your hands at all. You just basically moved your head from side to side, and you went through either one area of the course which had the right answer, or one area of the course which had a wrong answer. The reason why I actually like that mode though is because off to the left it actually had the word in the language that you were trying to learn. So it didn't just say it audibly, but you could actually read it as well. So I think there's a lot of things that this has to offer. So